Alright, welcome back to Roguetech, and welcome back to your first playthrough. So, I missed yesterday's episode, but I figured it's okay. Was spending time with my niece and nephew over the Labor Day weekend, so yeah, good times. Anyway, we have medium mechs to build, and we are going to get the stealth good, make the line holder good, and then we will have a solid lance of medium mechs that we can drop in Solaris 4v4s. So, I think I'm going to start with the line holder, because I already know what I want to do with it. I absolutely already know what I want to do. So, it has the easy to maintain quirk, so we don't really care if it takes a bunch of damage. But, we're going to drop the Thunderbolt, we're going to drop the LRM. And the reason we're going to do that is in part because there's not, other than urban biome, there's not that much benefit to indirect fire in the medium bracket specifically. Whenever you're not against so much metal to grind through, you might as well just do something like an MRM 40. That way you can just come around the corner and sandblast them. And I think we actually also have, we do, MRM Apollo attachment. And we're going to drop in ammo. MRM, and we're going to drop in some Apollo ammo. I think I'm actually going to move the... Am I even going to keep the large pulse laser, actually? This is definitely a splash damage build, so pulse laser's fine. It's just a matter of slots. I think I will shift the pulse laser to the other side torso. That way I can include... actually, hold on. Apollo MRM is... Apollo MRM is... obviously it's 40. The ammo. 240 shots. So that's 6 Alpha Strikes. We have other MRMs. But putting an Apollo attachment on an MRM 20, I feel like isn't really worth the extra tonnage and slot. So I think we're just going to double up on the Apollo ammo. So this thing is going to be very accurate and have 12 Alpha Strikes of just Sandblast, which should be plenty to kill most medium mechs fairly reliably. We do need to up the back armor again, because with an MRM we're not going to be hanging super far away. And I don't think we need the compact actuator. Mostly just because now that we're able to get in close, we can actually consider punching. And the compact actuator makes punching much, much worse. Just minus 10% multiplier for damage, minus 1 accuracy, and yeah. So we're going to take that off. And we're at 53.11. Oh, we didn't finish maxing the armor. So if we max the armor, we're at 53.33. But we do have some patchwork, and medium mechs are probably the best place to use patchwork. But in order to do that, yeah, we don't have slots really. We could drop a heatsink, put in a... Oh wow, we only have a clan exchanger. Never mind then. Oof. I think we will use the heat bank. And he doesn't have hands, so we can't use a handheld weapon. Also, we dropped the fire control, so we need a new fire control. The resolve generation is primarily going to be used for probably vigilance. But right now, our heat efficiency with the MRM 40 and the large pulse laser is a -1 delta, with just the heat bank and the double heat sinks. What we could do with the extra 1 ton plus is consider a probe. So something like a Beagle probe. Sandblasting stealth units would be pretty fun. If we dig up an extra... No, we have enough slots. Okay, so if we dig up an extra half ton, or 0.33 tons, we could use the Bloodhound probe and then really blast apart stealth units. But alternatively, we could do something like the sensor probe if we wanted to stick, I don't know, medium laser or something in with this. We could also actually, hold on. If we put the large pulse laser back where it was, now we have a shield side. Actually, do we have a combat shield? A 6-ton. Ooh, that's too much. We already have the MRM attachment. Don't really want to use battle computers here. Yeah, we don't have really good fire control options other than just the improved or energy, but we don't have... This is not an energy. It could be an energy build, but it's not. And actually, before I commit to that, that's actually a really good point. Stealth. I think the stealth, because it has hands, is a much, much better candidate for the MRM. So let's do that. Basically the same build, just on the stealth instead. But it's a 45-tonner. I mean, it has the XL gyro, so maybe it'll be able to fit it. So we've got our MRM 40. Yeah, that's the problem. 10-ton lighter mech with a bigger engine. So no, the MRM 40 build is not gonna go on onto Tonka. We could actually probably fit the MMS, actually. Because it's like 2 tons lighter, right? No, it's actually the same tonnage. Never mind. Oh, it's actually heavier. 2 tons heavier. Okay. Yeah, no. I'm happy with the Phoenix Hawk exactly as it is. It's good. It's a good tanky boy. Shoot and move, etc., etc. Obviously, the Storm Crow is amazing still after all this time. Although I do want to drop the bolt-on. The B-pod I want to replace with something else, like Advanced Optics 3 would be overkill considering it's an SRM machine gun build. But maybe we go heat bank just to make sure we never overheat. It says 20% plus 15. So 20% of about 40 is about 8. And then 15, which is 23. So in a hot biome, we are too hot. So maybe we put the heat bank here. If we put the heat bank here, that gives us also protection against heat damage, which is pretty good. We already have the IFF Jammer 3, so yeah, I like that. Let's do that. Alright. Let's go back to the line holder. Actually, before we do this, hold on. Hold on a second. We have hybrid TSM here. Don't we also have the Grippy Claw still? Grippy Hand. We do. And that brings us up to 9. Okay. Because I was thinking if I could fit this 10-ton Vibra Sword. The bolt-ons obviously don't really matter. It's a matter of the max being too low. So we already have TSM in the hybrid TSM quick cell. So that's kind of the limit, I think. I don't think we have anything else that actually increases our carry capacity. Oh, actually, Hello. When did they make that hat? Like, when did they make that a thing? That's cool. So we're actually very, very close. 0.2. If we can get 0.2 max tons, somehow, of carry capacity, then we can have a Tonka two-handing the 10-ton Vibra Sword. Oh, that's crazy. Then again, it's running an XL. Do I really want to risk a 10-ton? I don't want to risk the 10-ton Vibra Sword. But we do have Plasma Lance and Hammer Fist. Plasma Lance and Hammer Fist. That's fun. Grippy Hand is +1 handheld accuracy. But we don't need the carry weight, so I think I'll save it for something that needs it more. Actually, wait, if we had the... Can we use the combat shield as well? Wait, don't we have a combat shield? Wait. Hold on. Phoenix Hawk. Does it have... It has a 4-ton combat shield, but it does not have the tonnage, the necessary carry capacity. Okay. I was thinking 6-ton combat shield would save more, would protect it more, but no, it's fine. Yeah, let's go with the 6-ton combat shield, maybe. So shield side would be the left, I think, and then that only leaves 2.3, which is fine because that's enough for the Plasma Lance. And since we're running the Plasma Lance, which if it hits does 25 heat damage, I think we're gonna make a hot build, a nice 16-ton bolt-on. That's never gonna get used. But let's see, what kind of incendiary ammo do we have? AC-20. AC-20, okay. AC-5. AC-5 is not great for melee because it has a minimum range. So... Ooh, wait, does the AC-5 pirate? Yeah, it does, okay. AC-5 has 90-meter AC-5 Midron. Does the light AC-5? The light AC-5 does not have a minimum range. Oh, but our only ballistics in the head. Okay, never mind. So we're definitely looking at missiles then. If we're trying to generate heat, we can also include 2 flamers. Actually, let's just do that to start with. So we have hot shot flamers, and we have regular flamers. 10 damage, 10 heat versus 9 damage, 9 heat. Generates 2 less heat per shot with the hot shot flamers. Same accuracy. Oh no, actually, the hot shot flamers have +1 accuracy compared to the standard. Same range. 20% damage. Yeah, 20% damage. Falls off to 30%. Falls off to 30%. +5 accuracy. +5. So it's literally just you're trading 1 damage and 1 heat for +1 accuracy. And 2 less heat. I'm fine with that, I think. Oh, actually, we could go Plasma Cannon. Hold on a second. The Clan Plasma Cannon has no minimum range. Hello. Okay. So, Clan Plasma Cannon. That's fun. Does it use regular or... Yeah, it uses regular plasma ammo. Okay. So, we got a Plasma Cannon with 10 shots. That's fun. And then we just need something with heat. Obviously, the MMS-40 will not hit, or will not fit. LRM, we have Mag Pulse, actually. Ooh, that's interesting. That's actually really... Okay. So, our choices are... Oh, we actually also have Mag Pulse SRM. I was going to say our choices are either SRMs or enhanced LRMs, which are considerably heavier. So let's definitely go the SRM road. And we don't really care about Valiants because I mean, even though we are meleeing, this is very much a heat build. And we can still get crits with the Inferno ammo. And that leaves us 1 ton for ammo. Oof. Can we stretch that a little bit more? Because I would love 1.5 tons. So we have 12 SRMs per round. Which means with SRM Inferno and SRM Magpulse, we will have 10 would be 120, and then another 3? No, 3 would be 156. So we would have 12.5 Alpha Strikes. But it would all be heat, unless we went half on the Inferno as well. Do we have a half? We do not have a half bin of regular SRM ammo. So, I mean, I definitely want the, yeah, I would definitely want the SRM Inferno and Magpulse. But now if we want regular as well, we would definitely need another ton, which I don't think we're going to be able to easily get, especially since we're already running an XL engine and a Gyro XL. But getting half a ton we can do. So we just bring a full ton of Inferno since we don't have a half bin of regular. And specifically, we go to, as I said, Patchwork, best used on medium mechs and light mechs because slots is not the problem on the lighter chassis. We can actually go Patchwork 1 as well and up the armor. Max the armor. Nice. I mean, that's a build. That is a solid build, actually. So, 6-ton combat shield. We are able to absorb... Oh, right! Combat shield. We can't have weapons in the left torso if it's active. Okay, then. That... okay. So we either drop... Okay, we just drop the combat shield. Period. That's all there is to it. We just don't have the slots to otherwise... where was the Hammer Fist? Because Hammer Fist is fun. So we have a bunch of heat damage. Like a whole lot of heat damage. Which is a form of defense, because if they're shutting down, they can't hit us. We have a bunch of stability damage whenever we melee. We have a bunch of heat whenever we melee. I'm kind of tempted to bring a laser AMS as well, because we run super cold. Yeah, negative 20 delta. So if we brought a laser AMS, that would also give us some more defense. Oh, it's 2 slots. Okay, so if we brought the laser AMS, it would have to go center, because that's the only support hardpoint we have, and 2 slots would be too much. But if we can find 1 ton, bring a half bin of AMS ammo with an AMS, just for that extra little bit of defense. We could also bring AMS flares instead of LAAs. So, a regular AMS can fire up to 10 times per round. Has a really respectable intercept chance as long as you don't have it in lance mode. So it would be just to protect this mech. Fires up to 30 shots per activation, so a half bin would only give us 3 into 3rd activations. Oof. No, I think we'd be better off putting AMS on a different mech. Because we know we're only dropping this in a 4v4, because if we're doing a one-on-one duel, we're gonna bring our Stormcrow. It's just our best medium, period. So I mean, is that just it? We have the LAAs in case they bring some kind of flying unit, and if they don't bring some kind of flying unit, if we get the hit, it's still through armor damage. Although, I mean, the AMS Flare is very, very tempting. 80% missile intercept deals 5 damage, so literally unless it's like a Thunderbolt or something, we will intercept missiles very reliably with it. And it can activate up to 5 times. And with a pair of them, that can take down an LRM-20. Yeah, I think that's just because of how we've built it. But why is it not letting me? Why can I not? Why can I not? Huh. That's weird. Because I can have the 2 bolt-on LAAs, which are the same. Weird. Okay, well, I mean, if we can only have 1 AMS Flare, we might as well keep the pair of bolt-ons, because, especially if there's Lamb, I'm pretty sure bolt-on LAAs still get the bonus accuracy against Lambs, so that's fun. Okay. I think that's what we do. Yeah. And then cockpit, we have the fire control improved, which gives us night vision. So that's, you know, helpful. Then we can go with a cockpit voice for bonus initiative. Armored Cowl. Armored Cowl, +1 guts, and also reduces injury. Prevents us from getting headshot, or one shot through the head. Yeah, that's good. And then sensors. We have an Angel ECM here. But we don't have any probe that I see, unless I'm blind. I don't see any probe, so this might be a good place to bring the sensor probe. So we already get tier 1 probe from the mech quirk, from the improved sensors. So this would give us 2 probe. The increased sensor and sight range is kind of not a thing. But it does give us the probe, so I think it's the more interesting option of the ones we have. Alternatively, there's also dropping the Angel ECM. Oh, that's what we do. That's okay. AR-12 Sheath Beacon. Then we put the patchwork in the side torso. And we go with a AMS. And that gives us a 1.5 tons for ammo. That gives us a 1.5 tons. Actually, we should probably put the patchwork. The plasma ammo is inert, so let's put the plasma cannon on the left torso. Put the flamer on the right torso. And actually, do I have case? Does not appear that I do not appear to have case or case 2. So, that is the risky business, though, is we're going to be meleeing, so our back might end up to enemies, and heat ammo tends to be volatile. Yeah, the Inferno is volatile, so it's more likely to explode. I would really like case 2, but I think because we're only going to be against mediums, it's fine. I think. Bring another half bin of ammo, so we have more AMS. I think that's fine. Yeah, let's do that. All right. So we need to bump that to the top. Make sure I don't forget. The Phoenix Hawk. The Phoenix Hawk is using the combat shield 4-ton. If I give it the grippy hand. It only goes up to 5.2. Okay. So no. I mean, I should have looked. Well, no, we're not going to be doing punches with the. Because I'm pretty sure the plasma sword lets us do melee weapon attacks. I think. Yeah, we're gonna just leave Chonker. Chonker's fine. We've dropped it plenty of time. Wait, specialist slot? We have a half-ton. AMS Flare is a 1-ton. I see. So if we went with the grippy hand, that would give us enough for an AMS Flare, but I'm not thrilled with that idea. We do not currently have night vision, so we can take night vision and the Beagle Probe extended. That's heavy. I did not expect it to be, 2 tons. Oof. Okay. Heat Bank Plus would be 30%, so that's too much. Yeah. Okay, I guess we just give it night vision. Just give it night vision. Alright, and that brings us to the line holder. So we're going to go with the MRM build. The MRM build should be fun. I mean, we do have this Case 2 quick sell right here. It's 0.8 tons, so we would have to use another patchwork. Do I? I think I do. Okay, I'm just going to drop all that for now. Go back to the stealth. Do this again. It also gives me a chance to see if the Plasma Lance is melee weapon attacks or if it's punches. Requires hand. Fires during punch/physical melee attack. Okay. So we are still punching. This gives us an extra punch. Can we use the Excavator Claw? Ah. Okay, so the Hammer Fist requires us to actually have a hand, not the Excavator Claw. That said, we don't really care about stability damage. I could also go Battle Fist. That's kind of interesting. Could also give ourselves +4 accuracy and bonus damage. Let's fill out the rest. We had. Oof. I really wish I could just reopen whenever I want to go back and tweak a build. I wish you could just reopen and, you know, check it out and do the thing. Bin and a half mag pulls, and the I mean, if we're going case, then plasma cannon in the same side, so that we can then do also patchwork. Patchwork. Probably gonna need another patchwork, but we'll deal with that in a bit. Case 2 quick sell. Okay. So that gives us protection from the plasma cannon, the inferno, and the mag pulse exploding and destroying our XL. So that's really important. And then we still have patchwork left if we need it. We had the hotshot flamer on that side. And then we had the heat bank, right? No. The heat bank was on the line holder, so that we could run the MRM-40. Can we use the shield? We can use the shield with the excavator claw. But that again means we couldn't, if it's active, we couldn't use the SRM or flamer on that side. Okay. We had dropped the Angel Elysium so we could bring the Air 12. For the cockpit, we had brought the Armored Cow. Was there anything else? Let's see. So that's the cockpit components. Not using those. Specialist slots. We had stuck with the LAAs. That's what we had done with that. Does this... Yeah, that conflicts with the Air 12. But yeah, we had stuck with the LAAs. I guess I put them on the wrong side. I guess I had put them on the wrong side when I put them back. Oops. And then that was the build, wasn't it? Oh, plasma cannon ammo. That's... And then we had... Yeah. Okay. So, plasma ammo. And we had armored up a little bit. Okay. We got our SRMs. We got our SRM ammo. Case, plasma cannon, flamer, plasma lance. Replaced the hammer fist with the excavator claw. This was the build, I think. So all we need to do to make it work is just add another patchwork. Oh, we're a full ton over. Ha ha. Ha. Okay. Alright then. Okay, the excavator claw is actually 2 tons flat. So no, that's not a good pick. That actually lets us, if we do go back with the hammer fist, that actually does let us use the Oh no, it was the hammer fist that the excavator claw kept us from using. Okay. Right. So then AMS was the final part of the build. It was AMS, one less patchwork. So it was, yeah, the AMS and a ton of ammo. Something like that. I think this is fine. We just need a half ton. I mean, we could just use the patchwork tier 2 and the patchwork tier 1. I don't think the AMS is worth it. Putting patchwork on the arms, I don't think the AMS is worth that much. So what can we do then with that? Just 0.75 tons. What can we do? We could go with a lower melee punch. Why aren't we using that on our heavier melee punch bot? I could always drop them later. That just lets me get on with it. So then we just need a patchwork tier 1 in the center torso, and we're good. We're actually 0.05 tons under, but it's fine. It's fine. Our heat efficiency is good. Yeah, negative 20 delta. We have all the heat in the world. We actually have very respectable damage, I think, for a 45-tonner. And it's only costing us 100,000. We can always tweak it once we are, done with that build. All right, line holder time. Literally just doing the MRM build. Just doing MRM 40, Apollo attachment, Apollo. Although actually we should totally put those in the leg. And then what? Right, the heat bank. The heat bank plus isn't actually enough to get us neutral. But there's no way I put a clan exchanger in this thing. That would be ridiculous. Fire control missile range is gone because we have no minimum range. AMS flare. Yeah. Definitely not. We don't have hands. I mean, we could go for a tag. Or a narc. Narc launcher is so good for a missile build. If we hit, counters ECM up to 8. +2 bonus accuracy. +2 bonus accuracy on top of that with missiles. Reduces the target's stealth ECM and mimetic effects by 1. Makes them twice as easy to detect. 25% easier to see. Lasts for 3 rounds. So if we hit 3 rounds of +4 accuracy with missiles. And actually we can also go Narc Explosive. Again, there's the chance we actually melee, so I'm going to drop the compact actuator so we at least have the lowers. Yeah, our heat is a little too much to slap another laser on unless we give it another heat sink. Ah, I know. Reinforced leg, Mark III. So now we have case on our left leg. Oh, wow, that's actually 1.65 tons. Never mind. Defensive gyro? Sure. We've got 2 slots left. Half a ton. I think we just go armor. So, with max armor, we are looking at half a ton over. We need all the Apollo ammo. We need the Narc Beacon ammo. Unless we want to drop that for a tag. I mean, it's 3 tons. But even for non-missile weapons, the tag only gives a +1, and the Narc Launcher gives a +2. And then we're running a lot of missiles. We have the SRM build on the Stormcrow. We have the SRM build on the Stealth. We have the MRM build here. So it makes so much sense, especially since we know those are the 4 mechs we're dropping with. It makes so much sense to bring an Arc Launcher. That's just so much accuracy that we can get. So how do we save the half ton is the question. I mean, there's patchwork again. We could also drop some armor. So if we go patchwork, that's all of our slots. And then we can just drop 0.1. 0.1. Like that. That's a build. That is a build. So we just have complete sandblasting. We could also drop the Clan Large Pulse, which actually gives us a lot of heat back. Okay, hold on. If we drop the Clan Large Pulse, this is an idea. That gives us all the heat in the world to work with. -32 delta. And that lets us put something like 4 medium lasers. We would need an extra slot for 4, but that is an option. We could even just go regular medium lasers to save the heat. And with regular medium lasers, we're actually overcooling by 5, but in a hot biome, that would be... And that lets us actually get this back maxed. And now we have 2.5 tons. And no slots. Well then. What about pulse lasers? Specifically, we've got medium X pulses. That's interesting. That's interesting. But that also hurts our heat significantly. How do we do this? Running double heat sinks just takes so many slots. You know, we don't need the medium X pulses because we're already super splashy anyway. So we can save a little bit of heat just bringing regular medium pulses. And that leaves us with 8 heat. We have a ton and a half left. And 1 slot. So if we brought another medium pulse laser, then our heat delta would be 4. And we would need to find half a ton with no slots for patchwork. Or we can bring some kind of probe. Some kind of electronic warfare. So we got a Guardian ECM. But we only have 1 slot. And a BO probe takes 2. So we need slots. The heat sink just... Actually, we don't need them all. There we go. So we've got 2.5 tons left, which actually means we can go Bloodhound. And then have half a ton left over for 1 slot, which we could bring a half ton of ammo for the MRM or a... Yeah. Alright, so we have a Bloodhound probe. We're actually going to put the Bloodhound probe on that side. And then that brings us a half ton. And with a half ton, we can then bring... I mean, it's fine if we have a little bit of a heat delta here. We can bring this micropulse. So if we're within 180 meters, that's an extra 15 damage. And if we're not within 150 meters, or 180 meters, then our heat delta is negative. So that's cool. That's cool. We have amazing probe. Actually, that's excessive probe. Especially considering we're only against mediums. So let's just bring a... Ah, but heat. Heat is the problem. Heat is the reason we can't bring another weapon. A bigger weapon, I mean. So if we go... Does that stack with... No. So if we bring the sensor probe, we cannot bring another probe. And this would leave us with, if we put the heatsink back, a ton and a half. But it would also leave us with enough heat and 1 slot. So we could save... Okay. We save a slot with the compact actuator. So we save 0.27, and we save a slot. So that's interesting. So then if we drop a little bit of armor... We have a heat delta of -8 right now. So we actually could bring another pulse and bring 0.1, so patchwork, to finish it off with the last slot. Something like that. Actually, I could put the Guardian Museum on that side, put the patchwork in the center so it's less likely to be lost, and drop a heatsink to that side. As well as the compact actuator on that side. And that actually leaves us with 0.1. There we go. Pretty good. Pretty good. And with lower melee, with lower arms, we cannot bring a melee weapon. We cannot bring a handheld weapon. We don't have the carry capacity for the combat shield. Alright. And now actually the fire control energy accuracy isn't too, you know, off of an idea. Because if we land the Narc beacon, our MRM is going to be plenty accurate. But we don't have night vision, so yeah, I just improved. Get the gunnery, get the night vision. Yeah. Okay. So, cockpit components, check. Weapons, ammo, yes. This is actually a terrifying medium mech now, as long as we're able to get in range. But the MRM, that's 540 meters. And then we only start worrying about heat once we get in 240 meters or less. So at that point, if we start heating up and moving slower, it's fine. Alright, cool. And with that, our mediums are ready to go to Solaris, I think. Put all the mediums to the top. Alright. Yep. I don't really care about the rest. We're mostly going to be doing medium mech stuff once we arrive, so there we are. And we still have plenty of money left, so yeah, I ended up not changing engines at all, so that's cool. We're already working in engineering, right? Yes. Yeah, so that's it. Now we just go. We are going to Solaris, right? Yeah. Yeah, we're going to Solaris. Okay. But I think we'll do that tomorrow. For now, that's been your episode of Roguetech for the day. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, have a good one.